All right. Okay. Let's see how we get on. Okay, and away we go. MVFY is looking strong. Nova Lifestyle. Current high of day $6, well $5.99. So $6 is the pivot level. Almost 2.4 million shares traded already against a regular average over the last 3 months of 5,000 shares. It normally do 5,000 shares a day. It's done 2.4 million. It to be 2.5 million. So the relative volume on Nova Lifestyle is absolutely huge. Morning to everybody. Hope you're having a good festive period, a Yuletide or holiday, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever flavour you're having today. Hope you're having a good one. Not seeing any chat. You all hear me okay today? I know that the settings were a little bit iffy yesterday. Hey Alberto, how you doing, buddy? I'm not seeing any company-specific news on Nova. It's up over 200% without any specific news. So I don't understand why. It is the top momentum, top surging stock, should I say? Top momentum is actually Seals Q. Big pop up first thing. I'm not trading. Where do you look for news about such me? Benzinga. Benzinga gives me pretty much everything I need for day trading in terms of news events, what's moving, when it's moving, how much it's moving by, why it's moving. So yeah, Benzinga, that's my source. If I can't find it on Benzinga, then I'll look in other sources like Finviz or Yahoo Finance or anything like that. But Benzinga is usually a one-stop shop for me. No. Look at the SEC filings. Also on Benzinga, by the way. But you can go to the Edgar website if you want to see the SEC filings. You want to see what shelf or anything like that. Form effect S3. So there's a shelf from October. So yeah, they've got a shelf off. They're probably try and pump it for another offering, Nova Lifestyle. There's a shelf there from October. Shelf registration. Secondary offering registration. What else is moving today? So yesterday's big mover, one of only two stocks we traded yesterday, was Singulate, and it's up again today. Went up to $22 after hours yesterday. So it's selling off since then. I missed it. Hey dude, well my montage is still locked from yesterday, so I've not traded since you all saw me yesterday. My montage has been locked, and it probably will stay locked until the new year, until next week now. Well, there you go, dude. Easy come, just make sure it's not easy go. If you're over gold, lock it in. And I'm over gold for a year, so that's why I'm not trading. effectively banning myself from trading for the rest of the week. Trader rehab, if you will. Sake of 2 days. It's not worth. Because what the worst thing that could happen is I have a small losing day today. That I end up giving back enough to take me below my annual goal, and then my OCD will kick in and say, look, you've got to trade that back. And so I have a small losing day today. I'll end up like kicking myself for trading it, and then on Friday it will be absolutely essential that I recover that to finish ahead of year goal, and end up taking stupid trades, getting in on. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to let FOMO or you know, boredom trades or anything like that tempt me. I've hit my goal. Get green, get to goal, get out. So I've hit my goal on the year. I'm out. I'm out till next Wednesday. I might actually just take next week off. Not decided yet, but the earliest I'm trading is the 3rd. Well, I mean, you guys, you know, it's I'm not trading. If I did trade, I'd probably, you know, see what happens. Just jump on a what do you call it, simulator or something. But nah. Right. NVFY. Let's put that up here. So, watch list, NVFY, Singulate, Nova, which is what we've got, Nova Lifestyle, Singulate, NXU. I'm thinking of doing that in the new year, Super Chip. Just trading in a small account and growing it. Just low stress that way. Hey Paul, when you get to goal, it's great. And what I say about that is get green, get to goal, get out. I don't mean when you've hit goal, you just shut everything down. The stock that you're trading, you carry on trading the momentum until it starts to reverse, and then you get out. So getting over goal is fantastic. Having a 2-3x day, even better. But what you don't want to be doing is, once you've got over goal, don't start looking for the next stock. Don't start looking for the next trade. You've got, you know, you ride the momentum on the trade that you're in, and then just lock it in. Don't be greedy. Don't overstay your welcome. When the market gives you enough to get you to goal, don't overstay your welcome. So I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can be disciplined and not trade today. And that way, I can even take a look at some of the low price stocks like Microbot. Microbot's moving up nicely. Big pop up. I called this out when it first popped up this morning. Went up to like 220, actually 221, but it went up to 220. It was $1.32 at close yesterday. Went up almost a whole dollar, 90 cents, and then pulled back 70 of that 90. So yeah, it's still up heavy, 33% right now. Morning, Cal. I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, I am seeing it now. Seeing it now. I don't think there's any volume on it. To hit my scanners, that's probably what it is. Yeah, it's not. It will start hitting the scanners now because I've got a minimum setting of 100,000 in volume for the day. So Silo Pharma now on the momentum scanner. News drop. Let's have a look at what that news actually is, Cal. So, Silo Pharma and partner received regulatory approval to begin development of ketamine implant for fibromyalgia. So Silo Pharma announced an update on its dosage and time-release ketamine-loaded implant, designated as SP26, which is being developed as a potential at-home pain relief or treatment of fibromyalgia and other chronic pain conditions. Right, okay. Already higher relative volume. Normally it would do like 92,000. It's already done almost 250,000. Just under 3 million in the float. 2.5% short. Yeah, it's looked like it's doing what Microbot did, and a pop and drop. We'll see. If you like these low price stocks under $2. First Wave making another move, is that right? It is as well. On low volume. Well, let's have a look at it. First Wave Bio. No volume on it yet. Let's go back to Silo. It seems to be where there's a bit of 200 on the daily. 220. Now I've got it at 191. So the 200 EMA. Oh, yours just standard moving average, dude. I've got the exponential. So I've got the exponential at 191 on the daily at 200, which is pretty much where it is right now. Hey Ricky, how you doing? I had me stressed in October. I don't know about you, buddy. I think I'm gonna scale down a little bit for a little while. To be fair, Morg, certainly this last because the summer was quite choppy. I've taken unnecessary big risks, and I think I'll scale back a bit. Maybe for a quarter, maybe just for 3 months, and just kind of do trader rehab type stuff. I mean, I've made my money. I don't have to go in and make big bucks or anything. or increase my goals. I think if I can just get back to basics and get back to trading properly as opposed to overly aggressive, that's probably what I'll do. So maybe I'll do a small account challenge from January till March. That's probably the best way to do that. I'm taking a little bit of time off trading, so I'm not trading today and tomorrow. I'm doing the stream anyway because I didn't announce my little sabbatical. So I'm not trading today, not trading tomorrow, but I'll be streaming live. So if you want to stream live, if you want to join, I'll still carry on. Look at that, pop and drop, just like what happened with Microbot earlier. So Microbot did a similar kind of move, pop and drop, and then curl back up, back over the VWAP. So Silo, we'll see, but it's actually pulling back more than Microbot did. NVFY, no, that's pulled back. So we're getting Singh having a little bit of a run now in terms of momentum. Singulate. Hey Radka. NXU. Yeah, no problem. We'll take a look at NXU. So NXU had a big day yesterday, as you know. It did have, it's had additional catalyst today. Had a reverse stock split yesterday, and a big reverse stock split yesterday. So it was like, I think it was 150 to 1, or was it 130 to 1? Off the top of my head, I can't recall. But it had a big, let me just have a quick look. It had a big reverse stock split yesterday, which introduced a little bit of volatility on the stock. Let's have a look at the 15. Well, it gives a better idea of the kind of larger time frame and what actually happened. The reverse stock split got halted pre-market whilst they executed the 130 to 1 reverse split. Then we saw at the open, nice little gap and go. Then it pretty much sold off. A little bit of a pop there just after lunchtime and sold off. But then it started to curl back up. It's had a little bit of a pop today, up to 413, first thing. So that would have been, what, 4 o'clock this morning. Up to 413, and it's pulling back. It's underneath the VWAP at the moment. Not looking particularly bullish right now. It is 10% up on the day. It was significantly up on the day, I think 80% or something. It does have a catalyst. They've executed a strategic partnership and investment in Lynx Motors. And that was the catalyst why it was moving this first thing. So let's see. Will the volume come back in? Will the move come back up? But that's NXU. I'm always red, Alistair. Once a red, always a red. Although we were ripped off the other day against Burnley. Got to be honest, it should have been 4-0, not 2-0. I was watching Sky Sports about the ref watch, and they said one should have been a goal and the other one was right, the offside from Mo Salah. It's like, no, back in the day that would have been allowed. If you shove somebody, if you shove somebody into an offside position and they still don't interfere with play, then the defender should be at fault there. So it's either a penalty, it's a foul in the box, or it's which results in a penalty, but then you play advantage, so the goal should have stood. The S&P 500, we've already had highs of not only today, but we've had 2-year highs very, very close. Very close. The 8 o'clock scrum gave us those highs. The high of the day at the moment of 477 and 58. Let's just look at this on the daily and how close we are to those all-time highs. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. All-time high here, 479.36, 477.06. So $2.30 is what we want between today and tomorrow to reach that all-time high on the SPY, which is essentially the S&P 500. It's been bouncing nicely. The SPY's been bouncing nicely on the 9 EMA on the daily. It's not done anything at the moment. It's about 0.12% up. So on the daily, if you go back to the 15-minute, you can see where we are. We're actually up slightly on the day, but it's just kind of sideways as it stands. It's not showing any momentum. I don't know if it's going to be a green or red day yet. It's not a huge volume on the SPY right now, but I don't know if it's going to be a green or a red day, so we'll see. That is my goal, Alistair. How did you guess? My goal today is to be not tempted, not to give in to FOMO to trade. And if I can do that today, why not? And what's probably going to happen is I'll get through today and not trade, and then I'll come back tomorrow and with the same intention, and I'll end up trading and losing 5k and kicking myself because I'm no longer at annual goal or something like that. That's probably, I can see it ahead of time. They were, John, but they've not held. They've not held. So first one that you're talking about, you called it out in the so it was a good call out, John. Actually, really good call out. You called this out in the Discord this morning. So this was called out in the Discord. John called it out just it was about 7:10 or something like that. But it just carried on moving up. It went from literally $1.16 all the way up to kind of 386 in the space of half an hour. So that was a really good call out, John. So well played. And I hope some of you guys that were in the Discord, I hope you managed to get on that one because it was a good call out from John. And even if you didn't get on the early move, if you got in for the break of 2, that would have been a good call. But if you got this this bullish pennant here, so let me just draw these trend lines here. So and another one. We have this bullish pennant here. And as it broke out here, that would have been another great entry for a move up. So another breakout there, that would have been another great entry. And you'd have got, good 80 cents on that. So yeah, good calls this morning, John. Well done. And what was the other one you called out? MVFY. This one was another one that popped up hard, but not as clean. Bit choppy. The volume was okay, but it was not as clean. It pulled up, pulled back, and then it was choppy. But fair play to you. And it is sideways. It's pulled back again. Neither of them have held the gains, and Nova seems like it might do. There is no specific news on Nova that I can see, but we'll see. Pop and drop. Yeah, there's quite a few. They're just not holding the gains. Hey, Ian. Well, it looks like Wolf is trying to make a move. So this is TerraWolf. TerraWolf was up earlier. It's got a high of 319 this morning. It was up earlier. It just did a 5-minute W pattern, which is kind of bullish. Rejected on both occasions at the VWAP before it finally broke out. Entry for 295 would have been a good entry. Got your 10 cents at least there. Probably will test the highs again, I would imagine. That's TerraWolf. Volume's not great at the moment though, so just be careful. Singularite, big mover yesterday. Went up to $22 in the after hours session. So we traded this. Was the one that gave us a big portion of our gains yesterday. So we traded this yesterday, and we've got one IPO scheduled for today as well. Blue Room acquisition. I don't think we'll get much out of that. I'm gonna do my best not to do that, Alistair. I'm thinking I need to just chillax a bit, just you know, not go into 2024 so aggressive. So I'm thinking I might start with like just 10k. Start small, a small account challenge again in January. What do you think, guys? Let's put a poll out there. Let's see what you guys. Should I start a 10k small? Quick poll. Let me know what you think. And that was a 5k start, Alistair. And I started with 5k, and it went. I got it to I think it was 114 or something, and then gave it back on at the death. So I ended up with 78. Yeah, but we'll see. Behave yourself, dude. Behave yourself. I kind of gave up halfway through. I was treading water with it. It was a $500 small account challenge, and yeah, that was the last one I did, and I was just treading water. I managed to get it up to like 2k, and then I'd give it back, and yeah, I finished. And I put it on ice. It's still there. I'm actually hemorrhaging fees on it, actually, believe it or not. I was 1,200 on that account before I moved out, and it's just been there hemorrhaging on fees and charges for the last couple of months. So it's I put it on ice, but it was a $500 small account challenge, and it was just so hard. I was just being too aggressive with it. But the problem with that $500 account is because of the fees and the charges. If I do another $500 account, a small account challenge, I'm not going to do it with CMEG. It's just too expensive. I'll shop around and maybe work with a Trade Zero or even Interactive maybe. I don't know. Absolutely, absolutely multi. And you're right to do so. I mean, let's just have a look at Sing after hours, because that move was a big move yesterday, but it was on not great volume. Pretty sure it was not great volume. Right, so this was the move. Oh yeah, it was actually good volume after hours. Usually, that's unusual. You normally get really pretty volume after hours, but it did have some good volume. Oh, kind of should have got up and traded it. Just before 5 o'clock, it just then went parabolic. Some big pullbacks. Then 6 o'clock, it went all the way up to between 6 and 7:30. The volume's pretty much crap there though. So at 6 o'clock, 6:45, there's good volume up to about $20, and then the volume just becomes crap again. So that's the thing with after hours trading, which is why if I'm trading after hours, it's usually on earnings when you get good liquidity on the higher cap stocks. But yeah, that was a good move and good volume, relatively speaking, for a 8-hour session, singular. There you go, dudes. Neurobio. Up 29%. Yeah, the catalyst is they've submitted application to the FDA for phase 1 clinical trials for the treatment of obesity. There you go, Alistair. Might be able to help you out, buddy. Yeah, that's the conclusion I came to, dude. Virtually impossible to do a $500 account day trading now. If you're getting hit with commissions, you need a free commission account to do that, and it's just going to be very difficult to do $500. So I was thinking maybe 10k. Maybe I'll look at 5k, maybe 10k. We'll see. Yeah, it's another pop and drop by the looks of it. Thought I'd get in there before you did, buddy. They did a 1-to-8 reverse stock split last week as well, so just be careful. Let me just have a look at the SEC filings. They usually do a reverse stock split when they've got a shelf in place, or they'll put a shelf in place after reverse stock split, whichever way. I'm not seeing any shelf. I just went back to the June, July, but I'm not seeing anything, so it might be okay. But another pop and drop. Disappointing. yeah, I guess it's just be careful. Seems nothing is holding. It's great, Matty. When it rains, it really rains, but it's sunshine most of the time. Absolutely, Alistair. Yeah, a guy that used to work for me, a German fellow used to work for me, and he was like 30 stone. So that's what's that, about £400. And he had one of these, was it gastric band things, that stomach staple, whatever it's called, and he lost almost half his, well, he lost over half of his body mass in a little over a year. Well, no, Alistair, it wouldn't be strange. I think that would be justice for a good year's trading. So let's get that like count up. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get another 22 likes and get over that 50 like mark. And it's coming back up towards the VWAP. You're absolutely right. Let's have a look. There's a bit of a skew with W there. It's a bit of a breakout. So over $4. $4, whole dollar resistance there. Can it break over that? Then you've got the VWAP. The spreads are 5 to 10 cents. Between 5 and 10 cents. It still does have decent range on the 1 minute ATR, so it's covering the 10 cents easily. But it's finding that whole dollar resistance. There is sellers at $4, and then you've got right above that, you've got the VWAP just under the $0.25. So you've got a lot of sequential resistance points on this one. Got confirmed resistance here at 440 as well, and then you've got the $0.50. But just be careful on this one, guys. 1000x relative volume. Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? I'm going to leave the poll open till 9 o'clock. But I think it's confirmed that I'll be doing a small account challenge in January. Yeah, but just be careful about the VWAP, because it's like 422 at the VWAP, which is like the $0.25 425. That $0.25 area is going to find a little bit of resistance as well. And you've already got confirmed resistance there a couple of times. Yeah, so 440. Well, there's a resistance area. So look at the daily. What we're looking at here. When was it last up at these levels? Yeah, 369. $4, $4.94, $4.95 has been resistance on the $4 area. I would say $4 has been resistance here, and here. So yeah, as you would expect, the whole dollar resistance is going to be a psychological level, but you got confirmed resistance at 4 on the daily as well. So it's got to get over that, and then over the VWAP. Yeah, I'm watching Microbot. I've got Microbot on one of my little windows over here. I have Wise key on there for some reason, but The top gappers are on the three top gappers are on the screen as right now. So we've got NVFY, Singulate, and NXU. Nova, Lifestyle, Singulate, and NXU. Those are the three top gappers, so you've got those three to watch. Hey, Robin. Oh, I don't know about that. The point is to be a bit more conservative, Alistair. There are some nice ones actually, Matty. Depends where you go. In English, please, Vasily. Doggy, please. I'm not sure what you mean by that, buddy. This Nova is the momentum stock right now. Absolutely, Ricky Ticky. We're just looking at Singulate and the big move up to $22, and I missed it. So that would have been about 6. Well, I would have been. I could have got up early and done that. 7 o'clock in the morning for me. That would have been. I don't know what it is, dude. So no shade thrown your way, Vasily, but iDoggy makes no sense to me. Wise Key. I was watching that. I called this out because it's LAS moved up, and Wise Key is affiliated to them or is a partner with them or something. I had stakeholding in it. BTCX. Let's have a look at that one. BCTX. I should have had a drink. I could have had a glass of wine. In fact, I'm gonna have a glass of wine. Bear with me. I'm gonna get myself a glass of wine. And why not? Oh, a $2 drop. Wow, I missed that one. Ain't I happy? Might be early for you, Ricky Ticky, but it's 10 p.m. here for me. So, this is my wine cooler. So don't drink and trade, but as it's a day off trading, there's no harm in having a drink. Yeah, CC, but I'm not trading today. I'm having a sabbatical today. So if I'm on the wine, if I'm having a glass of wine, it means I don't have to. I've still not unlocked my montage from yesterday. Just to put it into context. Yes, it is. The reason it's a no trade day today, Ricky, is I got over my annual gross significantly over, net just over by $300 after settlement this morning or overnight, and if I trade today and give it and just have a small red day and it puts me underneath my annual goals, my OCD will kick in and I'll get really annoyed and end up chasing and revenge trading, and I'll probably make it worse. So I'm not giving the opportunity for that to happen. Probably Earth and Honey. I'm trying my best not to, which is why I thought I'll get a glass of wine. Yeah, BBLG had a nice day yesterday. Bone Logistics, it moved up quite big yesterday. What was it? $3.20 up to what, $3.15, all the way up to $5.29 yesterday. And it's had a low already today of $3.60, and it's already gone up to $6.50. Massive. Wow, that's a big move. Absolutely, Mog. Forex and gold. I didn't. Do you know what? I got out of crypto this year. I was holding 4 coins. I was holding obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, but I was also holding XRP and Cardano or ADA. So the only one I got out of all 4 of my positions for a profit on all 4 of them, and no, sorry, a profit on all 3 of them, with the exception of Cardano, and I just took a small hit on that. Crypto for me was getting to a point where too many red flags, too much fraud and nefarious activity from the central exchanges. Not just, I could understand users and the pump and dumps and the manipulation, but it was from the actual exchanges themselves. And then we started getting exchanges going belly up because I've not got liquidity to cover the holdings and stuff. I just thought, nah, I'll wait for a little bit of regulation to come into play before I go back to crypto. That Bitcoin ETF will have to be regulated before they approve it. So there's going to have to be some regulation path for crypto, and so I'll just wait. I'm a long-term bull for the crypto market, but short to medium term, I'm a bear, and I think we will get a significant pullback. Yeah, I think you could be right all day. I'll pull up the chart for you in a second. Was it? Where's BBLG? I'm not seeing any company specific news. Premarket mover, BBLG. I'm not seeing any specific news yesterday, and it moved big yesterday. last week's reverse stock split, but I'm not seeing any, still not seeing any company specific news. Yeah, so let me just get a screen grab and pull this up. Let's do a quick screen grab, and that way I can do this. Well, this is the crypto market cap for you at the moment. Let me pull this up. So here I've got the market here right now is I've got the market cap and the volume. So of the overall market. Now, when Bitcoin had its little pump earlier this year, we got back up to, there wasn't a real huge uplifting. So now we're seeing an uplift in market cap, but we're not seeing a huge lift in volume. Now, if we just, if I just do this again, but on this year, the volume is pretty flat when you look at this overall, and the market cap is only slightly up. So if you're looking at from this point of view, where are we? So again, so if you can see that, I'm not sure if you can see it. Here we go. You can see that here. We've got this is the overall market cap of the crypto market over the last year, and we're coming into 2024 now. So given that we've had the pump, there's not a huge uplift in market cap, but you look at the volume, and the volume is no different. It's not really, we've had spikes, but the overall volume all year has been pretty flat. So I want to see a clear uplift in volume, more people back trading the crypto space, and then I'll get back into it. Right now, it's still heavily biased towards Bitcoin. Altcoins, when I start seeing the altcoin market getting a bit more bullish, then that's when I'll get back into it. Cheers, TraderWise. Multi-time frame trading tool. Well, just have multiple time frames open. I've got right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different time frames open on BBLG right in front of me. So yeah, cheers for spamming my my chat. But before you start spamming my chat, this is a warning. Before you start spamming my chat, trying to get your products, offerings, channels, whatever, message me first. If you've got a good product, I'll help you promote it. I don't care. You know, if it's going to be beneficial to people, just message me first. Reach out to me. Well, it looks like I'm doing a small account challenge from January, so I'm going to end the poll there. Well, I always say the same thing, Ricky Ticky. It's not financial advice. What do I know? I'm not a market professional. I'm not a market analyst. It's just my opinions and educated opinion a lot of the time, granted. But yeah, I offer my opinions on things, and that's all it is. We could all say that there all day. The XRP, I'm not, the whole crypto market for me needs to get more bullish, but it needs to do so on a sound foundation. Right now, it doesn't have a sound foundation. That's the problem I've got with the crypto market. There is no solid foundation for it. It's if Binance goes belly up, and it very well could do. If Binance goes belly up, it's the largest exchange on the market. If Binance goes belly up, there's going to be a lot of people out of pocket, but there's going to be a huge ramification across the whole crypto space. I'm not saying it will go belly up, but there's a huge possibility also. Yeah, well, it didn't actually take the VWAP there, dude. So I'm kind of watching that. It's looking a bit weak at the moment. So maybe as we get a bit of volume come in. Hey Vols, how you doing, buddy? Well, very similar situations. If they don't actually have enough money to cover the holdings, which is essentially what happened to FTX and that whole shenanigans. If they've used in customers' money to go and gamble themselves and make money with it, which is a possibility. If there's a run, like with a bank, if there's a run on Binance, it could collapse. There's a hell of a lot of pop and drops this morning, Ricky. Not a lot actually holding, which is, I mean, I'm not trading today for obvious reasons, but I would wait for the open and see what develops. How are you doing? Are you trading today, Paul? Good wine as well. Just a cheap one, but this is torture for me. I'm glad the montage is actually locked, because I was so close to actually pressing one of the buttons with my mouse. Get in there at 6:20. Yeah. And there's the high of day, double top. If that pulls back, be wary of the devil horns. He needs a new high of day. Be wary of those devil horns. Well, we'll see, Rob. The idea was that I would start fresh next Wednesday. That's the idea, but I'm finding it difficult. Yeah, I'm over goal, and what I don't want to do is have a small red day that takes me under goal and that sets me off on a down a path of revenge trading and make a mess of it. So with 2 days, effectively just having a 2-day sabbatical, it means I finish the year ahead of, over goal. If I'd hit goal at the beginning of the month, then I would have probably traded more to see how far over goal I could have got. Maybe hit that 1.5, but we'll see. Yeah, that's a big problem. And so I thought really, from what I understand, CZ and SPF were in cahoots with each other. CZ caused a large part of that that problem with SPF and FTX. I wouldn't say Coinbase is safe because crypto is not safe, but Coinbase it's regulated, so you're less likely to get hit with you know, nefarious activities and manipulation in the same way you possibly could with Binance. And we're watching the rejection on BBLG, dude. Still kicking myself that I'm not trading, but I'm okay. I'm over goal. I've got to keep telling myself that I'm over goal. What scanners am I using? I'm using Benzinga. What I've got here, the three that you can see, I've got five widgets open. They call them widgets. I've got 5 widgets open in front of me. I've got what you can see here is my my gap scanner, my surging scanner, and right behind me is my momentum scanner. So my gap scanner tells me what's moving the most on the day, and it's the gap up. I can set it whether it's gap up or gap down or, you know, whatever it is. But it tells me what's moving most on the day. I can get in and find out why very, very quickly at the click of a button. I've got the average volume, I've got the volume, I've got the price, I've got the change since yesterday's close. So that's my gap scanner. Then I've got my surging scanner. And that's telling me what's surging upwards over the last 15 minutes based on percentage. And then I've got my momentum scanner, which tells me which is moving the most, up or down, and by how much. And that's the 3 scanners that you can see. So I've also got my signals and alerts from Benzinga, which gives me price spike activity, volatility, halt and resumptions after the bell, day high series, highs and lows, etc. I've also got my rolling news ticker. So right now on the rolling news ticker, I'm getting every minute I'm getting news drops from the rolling news ticker from you know, Site Sciences, Apple Hospitality, Iterum Therapeutics. So yeah, that's the. It's not a custom scanner. It's there is a discount right now with Benzinga. There's a link. You can find the link to Benzinga in the link tree, which is pinned. Or you just go in the description, and it's the link for Benzinga is in this description, and you can get 65% off until Sunday. So the holiday sale right now, 65% off. So you can get it for less than $60, depending on the length of time you subscribe. The essential package, that is. You don't want the basic package because that just gives you access. It's not bad, but it's not going to give you access to the real-time scanners to a level that you find it useful. Whereas if you go for the essential package, it'll give you access to everything and play around with it. And you can get 65% off. So it's less than $70 on a monthly basis, or you can get it for pro rata for the year, less than $60. Yeah, no, doesn't surprise me, dude. The reason for that, dude, is you're a degenerate. And that's why I like you. Rob, I need to de-stress. I've been trading overly aggressive. I don't need to make that kind of money anymore. I've got to a point where I'm living in an economy now where, you know, I'm set. So I need to get back to trading properly, less aggressive. And whilst I can continue to do that, if I go back to a smaller account, it means I have to be more disciplined. And I want to just do it like a bit of a trader rehab and go back to basics. So that's why I'm doing a small account challenge. Will be good for my trading, because it means. See, the thing is with the larger accounts, buying the dip is a terrible strategy. You see me do it all the time. And it's a losing strategy, and you see me do it all the time. You can't do that with a small account. But when you've got 150k in behind, if you're on a $5 stock and it pulls back 50 cents, and you've got 5,000 shares, buying another 5,000 shares, and you've got another 150k in behind, it doesn't, it's not as stressful as it should be. Whereas if you do it try and do that on a small account, you're going to get penalized. The emotional elements are a lot higher with a small account, so you have to be more disciplined, and I just need to retrain my brain to being disciplined again. That's why I want to do a small account challenge again. You get it from Benzinga. Subscribe to Benzinga for the scanners. So if you go into I use Benzinga for. Go into my link tree or into the description of this thing, and that's where you'll find the link to Benzinga. And you go through to Benzinga. You can try it out for 14 days for free. But if you do, what I would do is I'll try it today and tomorrow, and then upgrade. Because try it out for free and get set up. I've got a tutorial how I set my. So look in the videos that I posted. I've got a tutorial how I set it up, and how to use Benzinga as well. What I'd do is I would upgrade on Monday, and you get that. Monday's the first, so upgrade over the weekend. So try it out today and tomorrow if you like it. Upgrade over the weekend and get it with that discount, because that discount's going away on after Sunday. My execution platform, Dash Trader. No, I use Dash Trader for executing. Now that's provided by the broker, but you can try that out. You can get that with, so for example, Interactive Brokers. You get Dash Trader from Dash Trader, and you link it with your broker. The same with TDA or TD Ameritrade. You can try Dash Trader. The links to that is also in the link tree. Dash Trader Pro. So that's the platform. Yes, there is, Mr. Bitchin. I've got a video. What I'll do is I'll just give me a second, and there is a link. I'll post it in the chat for you. A link to that video. Because get a shareable link. Here you go. So here's the link to the YouTube video that's it's a tutorial on setting up Benzinga. I did it live for you, and I just took it out of the live session and posted it. So yeah. So there you go, Mr. Bitchin. That link will take you to the YouTube video that shows how I set. It's not necessarily how you want to set up yours. Have a play around with it. That's how I set up my Benzinga Pro, and you watch that, do it the same, and then have a play around with it. Well, I've never had to pay in the UK, me versus you, because I've been living in Ireland for the last 20 years. But at this moment in time, or did I miss something from you, Alistair? A conversation from you? No. Now that you're not trading crap stocks. Oh yeah, right. Okay, there you go. That's waiting for. Yeah. So how small? I'm thinking either 5 or 10k. I'll put that poll out tomorrow. So we'll look 5 or 10k. The tax situation. So I've been doing a lot of research on that. At the moment, I'm on a tourist visa, still on a tourist visa here in the Philippines. So my tax situation hasn't officially changed. However, when that does change, any money that I make outside of the Philippines, which includes trading on the US stock market, will be tax-free. It's not taxed. I'm not a US citizen, so there's no double taxation. I will effectively be a digital nomad, and it will be tax-free for me. So that will be an advantage of being here as well, is not having to pay tax on any of the earnings that I make outside of the Philippines. No problem at all, buddy. Well, if you've not hit the thumbs up button, we've got 2 minutes before the bell rings. You've got 2 minutes to do it, okay? So let's get over 50 likes before we get hit, before the bell rings. So smash that thumbs up. That's all I ask every single day. I'm here. I'm having a 2-day sabbatical from trading because I'm over goal on the year. I'm normally trading every single day. All I ask is that you hit that thumbs up button. Just subscribe to the channel if you want to, and if you want to become a member and get access to the Discord, just become a member, top tier member, and get one of the perks of becoming a member on the YouTube channel is you can get access to the private trading forum, which is based on Discord. And if you want to learn how to trade, I'm giving 50% off the Day Trade with Tony day trading course as well. So check that out. Also in the link tree. But I've got the scrolling ticker right above is telling you the codes to use on both Benzinga and Day Trade with Tony. So you can effectively, for less than 120 bucks, you can learn how to trade and have the scanners on a monthly basis for less than 120 bucks a month. It's virtually a giveaway at the moment, guys. Yeah, I'm thinking MVFY for a gap and go. Singulate might move. Singulate might move. You're right, sweetie. Well, I've not got time to feed the dog a treat, so I'm going to give the dog a treat, but you're not going to see it because I'm going to change the scanners over while she's having her treat. There you go, sweetheart. You knew they'd give the 50 likes, didn't you? You came for it. There's a good girl. So Miyako says thank you for the 50 likes. Let's change the scanners over. Here we go. MVFY. $5 rejection at the moment. It's going to break. There we go. Good call there, Cal. Absolutely, Mog. Absolutely. I'll do a review of that probably over the next week or so. I'll do a 2023 review and some of the stressful situations like the 60k drawdown on FRB, I think it was. I'm just taking the day off there, getting. A nice gap and go as well. 90 cents. Good call, that one, Cal. That is the top momentum stock right now. I hope you're profiting from it. Buying the whole dollar dip could be needs to get support on the whole dollar, but $5 in particular is a very big psychological level. Quarter, half, and whole dollars are psychological levels, but then you've got the $5 and $10 and $100 as well. $50 big psychological levels. Well done, Alberto. Love to see it. Oh, that big sell-off. The S&P 500 is having a lovely time. Oh, that was a nice move on Nova Lifestyle. I don't like those wicks though. Doji, and then that Doji was a warning, and then the up wick is another warning. So just be careful now, guys. If you're in it already, you're in a profitable situation, take some profits. Nobody goes broke taking profits. Look for support on the 5. Watch those. Actually, the time it sells is still pretty green and white mostly. Yeah, Aeroclean last year, that was a whole month of trading Aeroclean, and I got huge money out of that. Flicks, that's halted again. So that's a halt. On you. Volatility halt, but there's no action. Go figure. BBLG did halt to the downside. Born bio. So that wasn't a great opening for Singulate. Now session high. I'll be careful just yet. Wait for the 9 to cross the. If you want to smell it bullish, wait for the 9 to get above the 20. See, the 9's still below the 20 on Singulate. So I'd wait for the 9 to get above the 20 before I think of it. It's still below the VWAP. I think it might pop up. You might get $12, $13 out of this today, but just to be sure, I'd wait for the 9 to get over the 12. But 9 to get over the 20. So the S&P 500, I track the SPX on the SPY, but we can do the SPX because it's exactly the same. But the SPX here, as you can see, it's delayed. We'll do the SPY because that's just the tenth of the value of the SPX, but it's the S&P 500. It's currently up slightly, 0.14%, but it's mostly tracking sideways. It's not showing any kind of bullish or bearish indications today. We did pre-market have an annual high or a 2-year high, and we're very close to all-time highs. I think we'll probably hit an all-time high on the S&P 500 tomorrow. If we don't get it today, I think we'll probably get it tomorrow. I think we'll finish green today on the SPY, and then tomorrow, just my opinion, we'll get those all-time highs up at 470. Look at the daily. 479.36 is the all-time high, and we're very close to it here. We're moving upwards. If you look at the NASDAQ 100, we've already smashed all-time highs in pre-market. These all-time highs. The previous high before this last week was 408.71 from the top of the last bull market. 408.71. We're now 412. That's the NASDAQ 100. So we're at all-time highs from a market perspective, a regular hours market perspective. We're at all-time highs right now with the NASDAQ 100. The Dow Jones Industrial still breaking up all-time highs here. And then we've got the Russell is the only index that's not at all-time highs, quite a way off, but the main market indices are at or approaching all-time highs. So, yeah. Mike is out of phase on TikTok. Anyone else having problems with the sound, or is it just Tim? Good stuff, John. Don't give it back, buddy. Yeah. Get green, stay green, get to gold, get out. You know yourself, guys. Get green, stay green, get to gold, and get out. Yeah, I think it's your side, Tim. So going back to Singulate, the 9 crossed the 20 here. So entry around 10.50 would have been a good one. The move up to 11, that's a 50 cents move straight away. Now you're looking at the whole dollar of 11. Current session high 10.98. Need to get over 11, and then we've got the VWAP currently at 11.11, 11.10, 11.11. We're at 10 cents higher. So there's a new high of the day, $11. Singulate looks like it's got a little bit of a bee in its bonnet. It went up to 22 after hours last night. That's all I'm saying. So it's gapped up huge amounts, and we're having a little bit of a moment. Now it's over the VWAP. And it held the whole dollar. Singulate looking very good. Singulate looking very nice. Next one is 11.40. A little bit of resistance around the kind of 11.40 area. So 11.40 is where the 200 EMA is, and also, well, there you go. Hope you're making money on this one. I hope you're making money when that 9 crossed the 20 there. That was a good bullish sign. Entry at 10.50. Next candle makes a new high after the 9 crosses the 20. Good entry, and we've already had a whole dollar move since then. So I'm not saying that I'm the best trader on this platform. I'm not saying I've got to be top 3. Just calling this out. I might not be trading today, so that's maybe I'm down in 3rd or something, but I must be top 3. Come on. There's the halt level, 1192. Is this going to halt, or is it going to be a false halt? I think it's going to halt. Yeah, it's definitely going to halt now. We've got, yeah, so small gap up to $12 at the moment, but we'll come back in 947 and have a look at that. What else is moving big? FTFT, if you like smaller price stocks. No volume on it, not really. Okay, here it's Bioscience with another big mover over the last couple of days. Coherus was $2 stock, just under $2 a little while ago. Gapped up big yesterday, sold off. It's now back up, testing $3. So Coherus 10% up on the day from where it pulled back to yesterday. Let's have a look. We're looking at the bounce on Midgy as well. Marston Infrastructure. It's had a really bullish week this last week and a bit. This was a sub $1 stock just a little over a week ago. If you look at the daily, Marston Infrastructure is very bullish daily chart at the moment. So it's down because of yesterday's big run, but it's held most of its gains. So it's looking for a little bit of a bounce off this pullback, off this retracement. Yeah, well, see you then. Alistair. That might be when I'm starting back as well. I don't know if I'm going to take the whole of next week off or just the first couple of days. So have a great New Year, buddy. Enjoy your flight, and I'll see you next month. I'll see you next year, buddy. Well, I might not see you, but you get my meaning. What time does singular? It's at 47. It should resume. Cutis Biotherapeutics. Yeah, I'm not enamored with this one. It looks like a strong upwards chart, but the range ain't huge. We're talking like 5.5 cents on the 1 minute ATR, so it's the scaling on this chart is a little bit out of whack. No volume pre-market, but some good volume since it's the bell. But just be careful on this one. I'm not over enamored with our Cutis. It looks decent though. I'll put that on the ooh. I'll have a look at Marathon for you, CMD. Marathon Digital. Big pullback today. Mara continuation today. Doesn't look like it, buddy. So we're it's down quite big, 4.5% as it stands right now. Did have a bit of a bounce at the open, but it's pulling back hard. It's at the VWAP. It needs to hold that $0.5, $29.50. If it breaks below the VWAP, I can see this selling off and breaking new lows on the day. So Marathon Digital, just be careful with that. It's had a very good time a bit lately. So the last 2-3 weeks, it's done nothing but gain after gain every day. So it's had a very good time of it. And that's largely down to Bitcoin, because they're a Bitcoin miner. So what do? They're a crypto mining company. So that's what Marathon Digital do. I'm Riot Blockchain, Riot Platforms, crypto mining organization. So the reason that there's a price of the crypto that they're involved with goes up, so does the market value. So does the yeah. So do I there, Alistair. And they'll be playing in red. Just Happy New Year in advance, buddy. Let's go back to Singulite. So I'm looking at a gap up to 12.15. Went up to 12.50 and now it's continuing up there. So Singulite is the momentum stock right now to the upside, and it holds $12. No, flush into a down hold, and this is probably going to gap down hard. Again, BBLG halted again. Yeah, so Singulate halted to the downside, and it looks probably at the moment big gap down to 10.50. Oh no, it's looking like a gap up. Oh, we'll see. We'll come back at 10.52 because whilst this flushed down hard, it's looking at gapping up right now at $13. So I can't see that being the case, but we'll see. But BBLG, let's have a look. It halted to the upside now. So last I looked at BBLG, it halted to the downside. It kind of bounced on the whole $5, moved up and halted to the upside now. So this will resume in approximately 2 minutes. We'll take a look at BBLG in about 2 minutes. Yeah, and that's why you that kind of a flush. That's why you have the stops in place. So that you wouldn't have been in that without a trailing stop. The volatility of it, you'd want a trailing stop in there. And that's why you have those trailing stops. You're still going to get slippage, because essentially what a trailing stop is it's a market sell order. It's a trigger order at market. So what happens is it hits your trigger level and then it hits a market order. So you're going to get filled and it's going to slip, and you're going to get filled at whatever rate. So you're going to get some slippage, but hopefully it will save you. So if you then had a 30-cent trailing stop on that, you probably would have got, you'd managed to keep at least $12 there. Because that went up to a high of 12.70. So even with a 40-cent slippage, you'd have kept the $12. So 30-cent stop might not have been enough. Might have been too tight. 50-cent stop, and you probably would have lost 70 cents, and you'd still got stopped out at 11.70, 11.60, something like that. I don't know. Depends on your platform. There's a lot like that, Ricky. There's moving on high relative volume, no company specific news. That's why we're getting a lot of pop and drops. No company specific news on a lot of these. BBLG, you see, this should resume in about 15 seconds. So let's see where it's moving to. 646, which will probably be it will be a new high. Well, 648 is the session high at the moment. This little pink line, there you go, new session high. So 646, 712 is the halt to the upside, 582 to the down. We're getting close, very close to that halt to the downside. So we're getting a lot of these. That's a false halt. I'll take a look at the resumption price for Singularite. So Singularite looks like 10.94. Looks like $11. I've got $11. So slight gap up. 11.02. So this should resume in about a 1 minute's time. But let's go back to BBLG while we've got time. So BBLG moving up. Trying to hold $6. That halt level is 556 now to the downside. I'll keep watching that, but we'll also Singularite 10.95 resumption. Looks like it's going to be pretty much a level resumption. And this should resume in about 20 seconds. So I may as well keep it on here for Singularite. It looks like a gap down now. 10.60 I've got. So this might be, we're still getting volatility here. So this might be a 10-minute halt. 10.63. The imbalance is still not settled. Oh no, it's a 5-minute halt. 10.50. $9.45. The next halt to the bottom, to the south side. Oh, the up and down flushes. Wow, these down flushes are painful. Glad I wasn't in it. Back over the VWAP, it'd probably move up into an up halt. Let's see, 11.24 the VWAP. Yeah, it would, probably would do. BBLG back above the VWAP. BBLG did break new highs there. Let's have a look at Arcutis Biotherapeutics starting to stall up there at 350. ARQT. Yeah, it's a bit of a kind of open handle type setup here. So 550. There's your cut, there's your handle, 550 breakout. Might go some. This is Nova Lifestyle. Again, no discernible company specific catalyst that I can see for this move. It is the top gapper on the day, 250% up and change. Currently it's 248 and change, but yeah, I'm not seeing any company specific catalyst for Nova today. But the volume, the relative volume is just immense. So somebody knows something, because we're like nearly 21 million shares that traded hands today. It normally trades 5,000. The contrast is stark. It's like night and day. It's just very small float, 1.2 million in the float. So it's recycled its float almost twice over. Oh, no, so almost 20 times over, sorry. Yeah, well, I'm looking at that. 550 is a key level. What's the it's on the level 2. I'm not seeing any big sellers right now on the level 2 at 550. Ah, yeah, there is. There's a big seller there at 550. There's a 10,000 seller there at 550. I can see. at least one. BBLG right now and Nova are the two with the momentum. The upside. $680 is the session high. 730, whatever it was, or pre-market high, 735. Pre-market high on BBLG. 680 is also the halt level. Previous session high 680, which is also the halt level. So imagine if you were holding it up there, Robin, did you not have stops in place, buddy? Hey Puno, Merry Christmas to you, Happy New Year to you, Happy birthday to me next week. What y'all getting me for my birthday? There you go. Own bio into a halt. So 9:57, so 2 minutes past 10, we'll come back and have a look. Looks like it's going to gap up over $7, $7.25. Microbot breaking highs on the day, on the regular session highs. It's always that, but it does that on purpose there all day. It does that on purpose so that to tempt you into going in doubling down on the next one when it halts to the downside instead. So just stick to your strategy, stick to your plan. You're in profit, and that's the thing. You're in profit. Any green is good green. Remember that. Don't shoulda, woulda, coulda, what ifs. Don't succumb to it. So Microbot, testing $2. So session high of 196, went up to a high of 221 pre-market this morning, just after 7. Our cute is still breaking highs. Not great range, only 4 cents, so it's not like it's you're making a lot on it, but it's breaking highs. A bit of a breakout happening. BBLG. Well, we've got 2 minutes left on BBLG. You pulled out $17 a share. Don't get me any HKD for my birthday there, Puno. Oh no, a dollar a share. Oh, that's fantastic. That buy the dip. Dollar. That's fantastic. The little heart was in the way for me seeing. I thought it was a 7. It's a slash. But yeah, a dollar. If you could get $1 a day out of the market, you'd be a very wealthy man by the end of the year. That's for sure. Bullish or bearish bias? In what context, Daniel? overall, next year, today, rest of this year, you know, the way I trade, the SPY today, I think, well, it's not what I think. Let's have a look at it. So let's have a look at BBLG first before, because that's due to, I'll come back to the SPY in a minute, Daniel, stick around. It's just that Bone Biologics is about to resume, it's scheduled to resume in just 1 minute's time. I'll come back to that. So the SPY, it's up slightly on the day. We're talking like 0.14%. Just trading, it's choppy sideways. But these this higher day that we had here of 477.38 is an all-time high in the regular session hours. It's so we've already had not an all-time high. It's a 2-year high. The all-time high is 479.36. So we just need another $2, and I think that's going to come tomorrow. We'll probably see a lot of sideways chop today. A green day today, but not very bullish. Very sideways. See that the VWAP is very sideways, very almost horizontal. Let's have a look at the resumption on BBLG. There we go, it's resumed, and new highs into another upwards halt. BBLG. Oh, it's not to end the year there, Vegas. You've still got another day. Tomorrow, halt. No, it's gonna halt. 754. Yeah, it's gonna halt. Hang on a minute. This might be a false halt. No, it's gonna halt. So 10.08. We'll come back at 10.08. I'm looking $12. That can't be right. $12 resumption. Never in a month of Sundays. Ah, that's better. I mean, it's now $10. Still a huge gap up. If that's right, $10. It's coming back. It's coming back. The imbalance is coming back. But it's still looking very bullish. Still looking very bullish. Okay, so back to the SPY. So yeah, we see the VWAP almost horizontal, and the price action is above it, it's below it, it's above it, it's below it. It's just sideways action. It's very choppy on the market, the wider market today. But that being said, I still think we're going to see S&P 500 all-time highs tomorrow. That's what I believe. I think we'll get past those all-time highs on the NASDAQ 100. We've already had those all-time highs earlier today. So it opened and it hit all-time highs on the NASDAQ 100, the triple Q all-time highs at that little pop at the open. Will it pull back and move back up? Well, it's underneath the VWAP, so we'll see. And Dow Jones Industrial, all-time highs. Here you've got an M pattern, double top, so this looks like it probably will pull back before it does get bullish again. It might even go red on the day. So Nvidia up at 494 again. You'd love to see it. Or up above 495. It's up at 497. That's right over 500 again. So yeah, markets are looking quite strong. Microbots testing highs. What am I thinking? I hope they go down the pan there, Super Chip. That's what I'm thinking. Man United. There's an offer to buy them from Radcliffe Group. I think it's $30 a share, which that'll go out to the shareholders, and you'll be able to sell them off exchange for $30 a share to NES Group. But personally, Man United is a sinking ship. Well, did you check out Dash Trader? BBLG resumption 876 919. I've got 919 now as a resumption. This is probably going to be a 10-minute halt. Yeah, share price for Man United. Ineos will be putting out an offer to shareholders, which effectively, because he's bought 25% of the Class B shares, which are not exchange traded shares, and he's bought them off the Glazers. So that's Jim Radcliffe and Ineos Group. Okay, now he is, as a part of that offer, he's put an offer out for the Class A shares. And he can buy all the Class A shares, making him a larger shareholder than if he wants to, from a Class A point of view, at the same price as the Class B shares that he's paid for. And the Class B shares are like super shares. They're not traded on the exchange, but they have voting rights where Class A shares don't. So Ineos, if Ineos offer to buy your shares, if you've got shares in Man United and Ineos are offering to buy them at 30, have a quick look at Man U. So this, actually, we'll watch this resume, and this will resume in about 15 seconds, and it's looking at 8:40 now as the resumption. Lightspeed's a decent platform and a decent broad. Where are you based again, Vegas? Don't say Vegas. So CMEG or Speed Trader are both offshore brokers. US. Okay, so Speed Trader and CMEG, but you've got to approach them. They're not allowed to solicit you as a customer. So I did say this was likely to be a 10-minute halt. So yeah, it's 10-minute halt. So where was I? Man U. I was talking about Man U. Man United. Where's it trading at right now? $20. So if you're holding shares and someone says I'm going to give you a 50% premium, snatch the bloody hand off. So that's what I'd do, at least. Put that equity somewhere that you can actually make money with it. Okay, what's Cedar Space? Yeah, I don't like it. No volume on it. If Nova Lifestyle starts to move back up, there's a clear pivot here at 550. I mean, it has to move $1, but 550 is a clear level. So if it moves back up and breaks 550, it's still a chance there. Yeah, well, insanity on the market is nothing new, is it, really? Yeah, that's right, Super Chip. All Class B shares. Well, that's the offer I don't know if that's gone out yet, or whether that's something that's going out in the new year. But that's the offer that I was reading. That I was reading earlier this week. Super Chip. So it's an offer of like $30 a share. Yeah, for Man United. What are the commissions like with CMEG? It's about it's a £3 per fill, capped at $12. So if you're trading a low liquid stock, it's usually £3 a fill. So £3 a ticket is what it works out at most of the time. So you press your buy button, £3. You press your sell button, £3. They're £2.95 actually. But then you get charged on top of the commissions. You get charged per share for ECN fees, FINRA fees, SEC fees, and that's kind of common everywhere. If you've got a small account, like less than 5k, it probably will work out more expensive than something like an Interactive Brokers or a Speed Trader if you're looking for an offshore broker. If you've got, and if you're trading larger share sizes, 2,500 shares and above, then it will work out cheaper. That's what I've found at least. So yeah, so I've never transferred shares from any broker to another broker, Superchip. I just personally, I've never felt like the hassle was worth it. I just felt if you're moving from one broker to another, you just sell them at one broker and buy them at the next. What's worst that can happen? You lose a little bit on the spreads, you know. So I would personally, I don't see why people are holding, unless it's an ulterior reason why you're holding shares a long time and you don't want to relinquish them. The likes of an impending AGM or likes of an impending buyout or whatever it could be, that you have to be holding shares at a certain time. In which case, if you've got the equity, you buy your shares first and then sell them up to cover the cost. And if you've not got the equity and that's the equity you're trying to release, then it's a little bit difficult. But anyway, that's me. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Mark. It's difficult to trade. You know, you're not getting. The thing is with a 10k challenge, if I traded with CMEG, and I might just give Speed Trader a try actually, and see what's the deal with them. Or I might just, you know, trade with a different broker or whatever. Yeah, the problem with trading with a $500 account is that you one loss and you've no leverage. The other thing is with CMEG, there's no leverage under $5. So if you've got a $1,000 account and you wanted to take a reasonable amount of shares, it's going to be difficult for how many shares? You can get 200 shares at $5. Under $5, you can get 200 shares. At $5, you then could take like 3,000 shares. The difference is mind-blowing. Yeah, I suppose that's one way of doing it there, Vegas. If you're holding long term, there's always the capital gains tax excuse. If you want to avoid capital gains tax, you might transfer shares from one place to another. But yeah, I mean, it's a big difference. Oh, BBLG, I missed the resumption. Oh, and did I miss the resumption? So that gapped up to, it resumed at 850, pulled back to 9. No, so it resumed at 850, pulled back to 827, and then shot up to 935. Now it's looking like a gap up to $10. So BBLG is where it's at right now. CD space is got very low volume. BBLG is where the momentum is. You missed the resumption to sell all day. So you still in this, buddy? Yeah, absolutely, Robin. Absolutely. Same was yesterday. I've not heard good results from good reports from Trade Zero's not. I need direct market access. Trade Zero's not direct market access either. So it's their own, but it's a proprietary platform, and it's not direct market access. So I won't be going with Trade Zero. Good stuff, Ian. I like to see it. How long have you been in it there, Ian? Did you just get in, or have you been in it for a while? So this will be 10.20. It's probably going to be a 10-minute halt. Again, that was a very volatile move. Nice one. So you're up nice. You got in on the last 1,000 shares, unrealized. You're up over $1. You got in after the last halt. Yeah. Chasing like a degenerate. Fair play to you, buddy. Hope it works out, because it looks like it's going to gap up. Don't forget to take profits, guys. You can always scale back in, but if it flushes back down and you're not taking profits, you're going to kick yourself. Don't just hold thinking it's going to go to the moon, because it isn't. What goes up must come down. Just remember that, guys. What goes up must come down. So take profits. Yeah, that's not a bad strategy. If I like to get a trailing stop in place as it's going into a halt. When it reaches the halt level but doesn't yet halt, I like to send the trailing stop order, and it might just be a tight trailing stop. But if it gaps up and then continues straight up into another halt, I get the whole move. If it starts to pull back, then it stops me out for pretty much where the resumption is. That's why I like to use trailing stops on halts. No, absolutely. We've had this week though. We've had $3 moves plus, $3 plus moves pretty much every day so far. Granted, it's been it is a short week. So Tuesday we had some big movers. Had some big movers yesterday. And some big movers again today. 198% NVFY is up on the day. This is up over 100% already and climbing. Still $10 resumption. Should have resumed. So it's going to be a 10-minute halt. Singulate is on its way down, but is still up over 100%. On the day. We've got Cedar Space, which is now 45% up on the day, low volume. Dat Chat, very low volume, is up 36%. Future FinTech 28%. So there's some big moves today. Volatility is coming back into the market in these low price, low float stocks, and you love to see it. You love to see it. Hold on hope. Smoking hopium is not a strategy, Mark. Yeah, trading on hopium. We've all done it. We've all done it. We're all guilty of it from time to time. This is going to turn around. I'm hemorrhaging money here. This is going to turn. What I'm most guilty of is death by 1,000 cuts. I'll get in, get faked out, get in, and then get out for a loss. It moves back up, so I get back in, and then it pulls back again. I get out for, and I do that several times. And before you know it, I'm like 5-10k down. That's probably my worst trade. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. The last time was it was a bit strange, that the resumption. The gap was what's that? 03, and then it resumed at 15. It was a 12. Yeah, 12-minute halt. Never seen one of those before. Very strange. It'd be 7 to 2. Yeah, it's a strange. That's a strange halt. 12 minutes. CDU space breaking out, volume's coming in now. That's where the volume was light up until this last 5 minutes. So halt level on CDU space, 76% up now. So CDU space, good call there, Thunderman. BBLG has 2 employees. Is it really? You sure? Might just have 2 permanent employees and the rest are all contractors. That's a common business model. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, they're not making much money. Looking at the balance sheet, 2 million, losing 2 million a year. So this CDU space should resume in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's have a look at BBLG. Should resume anytime now. There you go. Ooh, I hope you got out there, guys, on resumption. Back in it. And 50 might be. Well, they've got more than 2 employees there. Ricky Ticky. I'm just looking at you've got the Chief Financial Officer, Dina Walsh, Chief Executive, Jeff Freelick, the Chairman, Don Hankey, Brett Hankey, director. So it smacks of nepotism in there, though. Sue Chia, the director. So they've got more than 2 directors, let alone 2 employees. So downwards halt. See the space. Let's look at the resumption here. Oh, we've got 2 minutes left before that resumes. That's a fantastic that one there all day. Well done, buddy. Love to see it. Love to see it. Did you catch it as well, Ian? Look, shoulda, woulda, coulda, Ian. You know, if I'd stuck around on Tuesday, I would have had 30k. But look, this is day trading. It's not Pokemon. You're not going to catch them all. You can't catch them all. There's another day's trading tomorrow. There's going to be another stock moving tomorrow. The same thing next Wednesday, Tuesday actually. But it's my birthday, so I'm not. I won't be trading. You know. Lock it in. Absolutely. Good job. You as well, Ian. You can go from that tracing paper to 2-ply now. You're not quite wealthy enough to get triple ply, but you can have 2-ply now all day. Fantastic guys. Well done, Ian. Good stuff all day. It's a good week for day trading this week, Ian. Some good volatility. Yeah, there's a lot of these are trending on Garb. Look, Ricky, trending on FOMO. Yeah, look, I would go to say 95% of the companies that you'll see me trading and talking about on this channel are absolute tosh. And of that 95%, I would say 60% of those won't even be around in 2 years' time. The majority of these companies are garbage companies. There's a reason why they're priced at $3, $4, $5, $6. There we go again. See the space is moving up. Halt level 880. Last time I traded this, it was up at this level. $0.45 on the 1 minute ATR. 880 is the halt level. There's the halt level. False halt though. No. But it looks like it's coming in thick now. So halt level, it's going to halt. Yeah, it's going to halt. That's another halt on Cedar Space. We're getting a lot of volatility here. What's the resumption on BBLG? 754. Wow. That's down near the pre-market high. Just above the pre-market high, below the 9. So that's going to be over a dollar drop on BBLG, if that's right. That's Cedar Space, momentum shifted. No longer BBLG, it's Cedar Space. I'm kind of getting a little bit of FOMO on this right now. I am getting a bit of FOMO, I've got to be honest. Our BBLG is selling off hard now. Earth and Honey. Sympathy momentum can still be good momentum there, Ricky Ticky. So let's have a look. Who was BBLG trading in sympathy with? I didn't see any company specific catalyst. Big moves though. And the relative volume was huge. Let's have a look at who the peers are. Apollomics. There's a Versa. And there's none of the peers are moving big either. So I'm just looking at all the peer company. So it's not who's it trading in sympathy with, BBLG. Nova Lifestyle looking to test the VWAP again. Absolutely, Mark. Some of these stocks have only done 5 or 6 reverse stock splits. So I know what you're referring to. And I made a killing trading Mullen Automotive last week. And to be fair, I've been slating that for years, how it's a garbage company down at like 20 cents and 30 cents or whatever it is. And they do a reverse stock split, get above the dollar mark so they can stay compliant with NASDAQ. And then they'll hit the market with another offering, and then they're back down at like 20 and 30 cents again. At one stage, Mullen had over 1 billion shares in the float. It's like 1.4 billion shares in the float, and they were like 15 cents. And you go on forums like Wall Street Bets, and they were bigging it up and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, first and foremost, you're never going to make any decent kind of money trading that garbage. And secondly, it's garbage. So if you're buying it to hold, you're not going to make any money, investing in it either. It's a garbage company, and it still is. I made over 30k trading it last week, but it's still a garbage. It doesn't change my opinion of it being a garbage company. Most of these stocks are terrible companies. They do not, under any circumstances, without any due diligence on the fundamentals, invest in these long term or hold bags. If Sidhu Space, and I've traded Sidhu Space at this level before, you can see the levels I've drawn on it before. This was did a reverse stock split. It was a literal penny stock there earlier this month. It did a reverse stock split, and now it's breaking out. And this will likely, what they'll probably do is they'll get over $10 and it'll hit the market with another offering, and it'll be down at $2. So do a 5 to, another big offering and dilute the float by however much. It's the garbage companies. I mean, if you look at the companies like Top Shipping, for example, that's how they pay the bills, is by diluting the shares and increasing the float size. Terrible companies. So Sidhu Space breaking highs again over the $0.50. 970 is the high of 989 is the high of day now. 990 being the is now the high of day. It's the halt level. This is getting over $10. Testing it. 1038 at the halt level now. Can it get over $10? Big psychological level. Yes, it can blast past $10. I am so sick that I'm not in this one. Same as I was with BBLG, but this one is even more so. Look at this move today. There's a couple of these, such big moves. Huge moves. Had to be the day that I take off trading, didn't it? Had to be the day that I'm not trading that you get these big parabolic movers. And we've had so few parabolic movers over the last couple of months, and then this week it's like they're coming like city buses. Nice one, Ian. Didn't you say that just a few days ago as well? So you're having multiple best days in a row. Well, that happened to me in April, May this year as well. So it does. You get on a winning streak. Don't get cocky with it. Don't get overconfident with the winning streak. Enjoy it while it lasts, because usually there's a big red day to follow. So make sure that if you do get a red day, keep it small. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys, and I'm gonna be back here live tomorrow, 8 o'clock. So I think I was a little bit late today, but you know, 8 o'clock is when I start, and I'll be back here tomorrow. Remember, check out the link tree in the pinned in the chat, or the links in the description if you want. If you want to find stocks to trade, use Benzinga. The link is in the description. 65% off at Benzinga, but more importantly, half price, end of holiday sale, end of year sale on Day Trade with Tony as well. So learn how to day trade, learn how to trade parabolic moving stocks like this, learn how to find parabolic moving stocks like this, and as they're breaking out, and what to look for, the entry signals, the reversal indicators, so you know when to get out. Yeah, it's all there in the link tree. I'm going to wrap it up. In the meantime, I will see you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. May it prove to continue to be fruitful.